Most people think manipulation looks obvious. Lies, pressure, control. But real manipulation doesn't feel aggressive. It feels normal. It feels like explaining yourself, rushing to respond, fixing tension, trying to be understood. And if you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling drained, confused, or subtly weaker, this video will explain exactly why. Because calm people aren't just confident, they're difficult to access, and that makes them almost impossible to manipulate. Stay until the end, because the final shift I'll explain is the reason some people are always in control, without ever raising their voice. Section 1. How manipulation actually works. Manipulation doesn't start with force. It starts with access. Manipulators look for emotional reactions, urgency, the need to explain, the need to be liked, not because they're evil, but because the human brain is wired to exploit leaks. If someone can control how fast you respond, how much you explain, how uncomfortable silence makes you, they don't need to control you directly. You're already adjusting for them. That's the first layer most people never see. Section 2. Why calm people feel different. You've met calm people before. They don't rush. They don't fill silence. They don't chase approval. And around them, something strange happens. Conversations slow down. People choose their words carefully. Energy shifts, not because calm people are intimidating, but because they don't react on demand. And when reactions aren't predictable, manipulation becomes risky. The manipulator can't find the handle. Section 3. The biggest weakness manipulators exploit. The biggest weakness isn't fear, it's urgency. Urgency to respond, clarify, defend, smooth things over. Urgency leaks information. It says, this matters to me more than it should. Manipulators don't push hardest on strong people. They push on responsive people. People who answer instantly, explain automatically, feel uncomfortable with pauses. Calm people break this pattern. They delay. They pause. They let uncertainty sit, and uncertainty flips the power dynamic. If you're still watching right now, it means you've recognized this pattern somewhere in your life. Maybe at work, maybe in relationships, maybe in conversations you couldn't explain afterward. If you want content that exposes these invisible dynamics without motivation, without hype, subscribe. Section 4. Why reacting fast makes you easy to control. Speed feels powerful, but socially speed is often weakness. Fast reactions signal emotional investment, need for resolution, fear of losing control.
The details don't matter.
Manipulators rely on this. They introduce tension, then wait for you to rush in and fix it. Calm people don't. They don't hurry toward comfort. They let the discomfort exist. And the person who introduced the tension often ends up trying to resolve it themselves. That's not strategy. That's self-containment. Section 5. The silence that exposes intent. Silence is dangerous, but not for the calm person. It's dangerous for the one who needs a reaction. When you don't respond immediately, people explain themselves, overcorrect, reveal motives, expose insecurity. This is why silence feels like judgment. Even when it isn't, calm people don't dominate. They invite mistakes. And once someone reveals their intent, manipulation loses its power. Section 6. Why most people can't stay calm. Let's be honest. Calm isn't easy. Silence creates uncertainty. Uncertainty exposes insecurity. Most people talk to escape that feeling. They don't speak because they have something to say. They speak because silence feels unsafe. Calm people train themselves to tolerate that discomfort, not because they're fearless, but because they understand something most don't. Comfort and control are not the same thing. Final section. The shift that changes everything. Here's the real reason calm people are hard to manipulate. They don't try to control the interaction. They control themselves. They don't leak. Urgency, emotion, approval, explanations. And because there's nothing to grab onto, manipulation fails before it starts. You don't need to confront manipulators. You don't need to expose them. You don't need to dominate. You just need to stop reacting on cue. The moment you do that, You'll notice something unsettling. People who used to pressure you, slow down. People who used to push, hesitate. And people who used to control conversations start explaining themselves. In the next video, I'll explain the exact behaviors that quietly signal high status and why most people unknowingly signal the opposite. Once you see these patterns, you won't unsee them.